Lynn, you're going to go first. Why don't you go ahead and look at Mary, grab her by the other hand there, and I'll go ahead and read the questions. Lynn, will you take Mary to be your wedded wife, to live together in holy matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Mary, same questions. Mary, will you take Lynn to be your wedded husband, to live together in holy matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Your sister's keeping you on track over here. Well, the Bible teaches that marriage is of divine origin.
Sorry.
It's okay. And we're here today because God is going to show up and join you two together. Marriage is a commitment made by one man and one woman to each other and to God. The rest of your lives, you're going to be doing this, helping each other, fixing Lynn's outfits. We'll start that part again. But the Bible does teach that marriage is of divine origin. In that passage from 1 Corinthians 13, I would encourage all of you to take a look at that again, and you'll be looking at that passage for years to come. You're going to make a commitment, and the vows that you're about to make to one another are not to be taken lightly, but to serve as a foundation and a reminder of your commitment to God and to one another. The Bible calls it the marriage covenant. For everyone that's present, I'm just going to share a few words of encouragement to these two, and I would encourage you all to listen as well. If you're married, for your own marriage, and if you're single or in a relationship, just be encouraged by this as well. We're encouraged to dedicate our lives and our homes to the Lord. Take His Word and the Bible as your guide. The Bible tells us what the roles are as husbands and as wives, and I know you guys learned about this and how you took some classes and you were preparing for this day. But in Ephesians 5:22, it says, "Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord." Now, many men would stop reading there, but that's not where the verse ends. It continues on to say, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." In both cases, we are called to sacrificially love our companions. It's clear from this passage of Scripture that it's a shared experience, the giving of your life to the other. May this unselfish giving of self to one another be a hallmark of your marriage. And as we just heard, a marriage is built on love. So I've got 3 words that I'm going to share with you today just to encourage you, and they all rhyme, so they should be easy to remember. And I think someone's taking videos, so if you're not even listening to me right now and you're just so enamored by one another, that's good. You can watch the video later. But the 3 words, and I'll give them to you all at once, are play, pray, and stay. Play, pray, and stay. Now, we had some time getting to know one another, and these two love to play. Like, they have a good time together. In fact, that's one of the things you love most about one another. Somehow on the first date, we were in like an office conference room, and magically we had chocolate covered strawberries and champagne, and I'm not even sure how all those things magically appeared. But from then on, you have had so much fun together. You've gone places. I mean, Lynn, you drive a race car. Come on. That's a fun guy right there. You're the first guy I've ever met that drives a race car. You've got the RV. You are probably going to have no problem playing together. But as you go into your marriage, just don't let up on that. Have a great time, adventure, do things together, laugh a lot. Even if it's nothing fancy, you're just home together. Find the joy, find the play, and the fun in being married to one another. Now, that second word, pray. There was a study done with 100 couples that were on the verge of divorce. And they were challenged to, for 40 days, just pray with one another for 5 minutes a day. And at the end of the 40 days, they went back to the 100 couples, and 99 stayed married out of 100. There's just something very special about bringing all of the things to God and just simply talk to God together. Bring the good stuff to Him in prayer, the funky stuff to Him in prayer. Everything under the sun. If it's a struggle, if it's something that you're excited about, like we just prayed up in the bride's suite, that God is the giver of all good gifts. So when good things happen, don't forget to just give Him the thanks and the gratitude for that. And when it's hard, He's right there with you as well. And then stay. Seems silly. We're here on this day to stay together. You've written your own vows. You're gonna share those with one another. But that seems like a thing that not everyone